Welcome back, FLR community. Today I am going to give you a very special opportunity where you can pentuple your Spark holdings. Now, before we get started, if you are yet to view my video on the Spark FLR IOU difference between Bitrue and Poloniex, then I would highly recommend checking this out. The fact that the Bitrue and Poloniex IOU is different gives us some information which we can exploit. Let me explain. Currently trading on Poloniex is the FLR IOU, currently priced at 28 cents. Now, over on Bitrue, we have the IOU trading at $1.56. Now, there is a reason for this difference in price. The Spark IOU on Bitrue represents one Spark, which will be available when the network launches. In contrast, the Spark IOU on Poloniex represents one Spark distributed across a period of 2 to 3 years. Now let me introduce you to a spreadsheet, what allowed me to pentuple my Spark holdings. Now, let's just say we had 10,000 Spark IOUs on Bitrue. These three figures are going to be configurable, and I'm going to leave a link in the description to this very spreadsheet. So, hypothetically, let's say we have 10,000 Spark. And the prices for Bitrue is 1.6 and on Poloniex, $0.28. Now, on Bitrue, you will have 10,000 Spark IOUs. If you were to sell these Spark IOUs and purchase them on Poloniex, you will have 57,000. A very big difference, I'm sure you will agree. Now, the value of these will remain the same. Obviously, there will be differences in price, and some exchanges might go up and some exchanges might go down, but at the time of the transaction, the money that you had in the Bitrue Spark IOU will be the same as the Poloniex IOU. Now, the initial distribution, like I said, on Bitrue represents 1-to-1. So when the FLR network launches, you will receive all of the Spark IOUs you hold on Bitrue. In contrast, the Poloniex IOU represents just 15% of the Spark you will receive. The other 85% of the Spark will be distributed across the period of 2 to 3 years, around 2 to 3% each month. So, the initial distribution of the Spark tokens on Poloniex is almost as much as the initial distribution on Bitrue. That's because of the sheer amount of volume you get on Poloniex. Now, that means that if you do make this trade with a hypothetical 10,000 Spark, you can expect to receive an additional 48,571 Spark. This represents a multiplier of 5.7, so you will rapidly increase your bags. Now, this is not financial advice. I want to stress that this is just something that I personally did because I've seen the value proposition that we have. If you are yet to register for Poloniex, check the link in the description below and you can also pentuple your bags. So we know the initial distribution, which is very close to the initial distribution on Bitrue. If the distribution is 2% each month, you will receive 1,142 Spark each month, which means, theoretically, you could reclaim the 10,000 Spark in a period of 1.25 months. Now, obviously, the distributions happen monthly, so this would be rounded up to 2. Even better is if the distribution represents 3%. as you will receive 1,714 Spark each month. That would mean that you will reclaim all of the Spark what you would have received from Bitrue in a period of less than 1 month. And that is basically the equation of the initial distribution, add this 1 month of 3% distribution, which actually is more than the initial distribution on Bitrue. Now, like I said, I hope that makes sense. This is not financial advice, and if you want to play around with the numbers here and update these values, this was just taken from today, but if you want to put in your own numbers, I'm going to leave a link to this spreadsheet below. I hope this helps some people. I think it's a really good move for me personally, but at the end of the day, you have to make your own decisions. Thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, I'm out.